Today I'm going to show you how to render pork fat. It's an easy way to have your own lard without purchasing it in the grocery store where they have a lot of preservatives in it. So this is some butcher bought pork fat that I purchased. I keep it in the freezer, and maybe twice a year I'll take one of these and render it, because I don't use lard a lot. I just use it in certain recipes, maybe a few tablespoons for flavor for like what I'm going to be making later, which is chicken paprika. Most of the time I use olive oil. That's pretty much the only oil I use other than fresh butter. So I'm going to show you how to render this. Okay, the first thing you do is take out the pork lard, which there's quite a bit of. If you have a butcher in town that saves it, you might want to ask if you can purchase some. This particular butcher already air seals it because he does have buyers for it. So what you do is you put it all in a large pot, and you just take it over to the stove, and you're going to keep it on very low. It could take an hour or more to render all the fat out. Okay, here it is. It's on low. It's on a very low temperature. I have a gas stove, but you can hear it crackling and popping. So it's going to be at least an hour for this to render down. So I'll show you as soon as that's done what it looks like and how to store it. You can hear it popping and crackling. It's only been in there about 8 minutes. So what you can do is, when that happens, kind of turn it over so it gets all the fat distributed. And you can see the liquid right here. So it's rendering all that fat out. Okay, this is the pork fat after about 40 minutes, and you can see how much it's rendered. So what we do is kind of like turn them over and just try to get all the fat out every, like, say 10 minutes. And you can see all the liquid. That's going to be the lard from the pork fat. And after it sits a while, it will solidify. So once it's completely cooled, after being in a jar, I keep it in the refrigerator, and I take as needed, like a teaspoon or two here, and that works for quite a while. Here's another peek after about an hour, so it does need to take a little more time, but here it is. Okay, this is my lard jar that I use, and this is like a canning jar when you pour the jam in. This is like a little fixture that you put over the jar to pour the jam in. So this works quite well also to pour the liquid lard in. You wait for this to cool a little bit because it's very hot, and then after it's cooled for probably 10 minutes, then you're going to pour it in here while you can, because once it solidifies, you can't pour it in here. So wait about 10 minutes, and then we'll pour it in. Okay, now we can pour this liquid lard in. It's cooled down about 10 minutes, so it will pour. Here's our homemade rendered lard. Very simple to make, preservative free. Give it a try.